Okay, I'd like to call the Binghamton Urban Renewal Agency meeting together. The first subject is the approval of the minutes from July 11th. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
The next item is talking about the third quarter financial reports. It's in your packet.
When we had them before.
So the first one is the statement of activities, year-to-date incomes, $169,000. Expenditures, $32,099, showing a net deficit of $31,929.70. Leaving us an ending net assets of $472,119. I still have to move money over here from the city. I haven't done that this year. Once I do that, that'll take that to me closer to a break even. And on the balance sheet side on the second page, our cash is $32,687. Land value of $439,432, giving us a total assets of $472,119. No liabilities. And our net position of that $472,119 is made up of $439,432 of non-spendables, temporary restricted of $20,000, and unassigned at $12,687. Do you have any questions? That takes care of the old business. The new business is the approval of the 2024 budget. If you go to the next page in your package, basically a 3-year budget. When we have to approve is the 24. So next year, plan on moving over $30,000 from the city of Binghamton. Interest income, I'm expecting to be $250,000 or $250. I wish it was thousands. Giving us total income of $30,250. Expenditures, utilities of $2,000. Audit from the corporate auditing firm of $2,500. Stadium expense of $25,000 and other operating expenditures of $750. Giving us total expenditures of $30,250 and changing that assets to be zero. Have any discussions on that?
We're approving 2024, not 2025 and 2026.
We don't have to do anything with 25 and 26, right, Joel? It's just that you have to post it in.
We do put that in, enter that into Paris. A 3-year.
But they're just projections.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, because like there's the 60,000 and then there's like 3750 instead of, they're not saying each year.
I think we just forecast out based on what we've done in the past, and then
Okay.
every year we make sure that it's in line with what the actual
Okay.
budget's gonna be.
What are you talking about?
This one has 30
Yeah.
and a 60.
The city's not required.
Okay, we're not
We're
required.
required to do 25.
Okay,
Okay, but
that's
then
good.
we have other expenses,
That's
so
fine.
I just bounce it around a little bit.
You need a motion.
Yes, we have a motion to approve that budget.
Motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And the next thing is resolution 23-1, a resolution of the Binghamton Urban Renewal Agency issuing a certificate of completion for the 2-8 Holly Street tax ID.
Let me try to explain this. In the original construction documents for what is now the hotel at 2 and 8 Holiday Inn. When they purchased it from Bura, one of the conditions was that when they built the garage and that it was completed, they had
Not the
to.
garage, the hotel.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The hotel, when they finished that structure, they had to get a certificate of completion from us for them to file the deed and to make it all official and close it out. They must have been reading their paperwork and we can't find one where they ever received it.
It's like
Going back and finding the documents from 40 years ago seems like a fool's errand. It's clearly been sitting there for 40 years completed. And so we proposed this alternate document to resolve it. They believe it resolves it. It would file it in the court in the clerk's office, and it would resolve the fact that they own it free and clear. They would be in a position where they could sell it. I would recommend that we adopt it. In fact, I'll make the motion to adopt it.
Give a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
One
Yes.
thing I put on the radar, before we adjourn is that there's a couple properties that are owned by Bura in the city of Binghamton, that to date, we haven't had any issues with maintenance on, but I know Parks and Engineering, we're talking about a couple of those properties, just having a clear understanding of who's responsible for what if something were to break. And I know with the recent sale of Center Plaza, there's some sort of agreement between Center Plaza and Bura about maintenance on a piece of property, so just making sure that the property owner is clear and we're clear, no action needed by this body, but just wanted to flag that we're having those internal conversations to make sure that all the assets by Bura are maintained and
Is that the walkway or is
Mhm.
that
just the
the
walkway.
walkway going to the,
It's the parcel in between Center Plaza and 47 Shenango Street. I believe it's 51 or
so
53.
it's not the one leading to the.
51, I'm sorry, it's, 53 is the building,
It's going the
51.
other way, not going to the garage.
Coming towards
It's,
downtown.
it's going toward the garage. It's in between Center Plaza and
It's
47.
the ramp that comes from the garage
Yeah.
over top of the
Okay.
alleyway and drops down inside the building.
Yeah,
And
There's-
that's
there's
owned
no-
by Bureau.
yes.
There's no issues with it. There's nothing wrong right now. We just want to make sure that with this change in ownership, that anything that Center Plaza had been doing in terms of maintenance or agreement is continuing, and that anything that Bureau needs to do, we're doing and accounting for.
Is that our garage or their garage down underneath there?
That's our garage.
We get rent for it?
No, underneath 153 Susquehanna, underneath 153 Shenango, that's theirs. They have a garage. They have like 2 or 3 basements. up there.
Separate from
Yeah.
the State Street
But
garage.
what we used to maintain the top portion. Right? The
And
walkway.
that's
Yeah.
it's still, yeah, that's what Bureau owns.
Right.
But there's some sort of maintenance covenant or agreement in the deed. So that's just FYI, that we'll be internally discussing, how to manage that between different departments. DPW and engineering have been great, and a couple of small scale things that came up, just working with us to resolve it. But if we ever needed to do anything larger scale or enter into an agreement with an outside firm to do something, we just want to make sure we're kind of clear on the avenues of responsibility there. So,
Okay,
Have a motion to adjourn.
motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.